computer. And guys, we are recording. Yes, this is not my normal, not my normal room, not where I'm normally at. Yeah, I think maybe pink looks good on me. Some guy earlier today on the op call said it brings out my eyes. So, I'll take that as a compliment, I guess. But beyond the point, guys, I'm super excited for this call. It is 9:10 p.m. Central Time, 10:10 p.m. Eastern Time. We have people all around the world. I see Ari out in El Salvador. We have people doing watch parties right now. It is lit, guys. We are 11 or 12 days away from West Palm Beach. And, I wanted to start this call off with gratitude. Originally, I was going to have Kevin jump on here and open up. He still is going to open up, but I really want to just bring massive amounts of awareness to each and every single one of you so you can understand really the position that you're in, right? I really want you to understand the position you are in today, right? If right now you have clothes on your body, you've ate food today, you're drinking water, you have a cell phone, you have a laptop that you're watching this on, your rooftop over your head, you really have no room to complain. You really have no room to complain. And the reason why I'm saying that is each and every single one of us right now is seeing what's happening around the world. We're seeing what's happening in Ukraine. We're seeing things that are happening in Canada. We're seeing things that are happening here in the United States, with inflation and the trafficking and all, just everything. And I just want to remind you guys that it is impossible to be frustrated when you live in a state of gratitude. And before we get started on this call, I just really, really want each and every single one of you to just think about how often are you being grateful for the little things? How often have you woke up and said, man, I'm grateful that I have a pillow and a blanket on this bed. I'm grateful that I have a clean cup of water. I'm grateful that I have the ability to walk, the ability to move. I'm grateful I have the ability to see and taste and touch. I'm grateful that, I have a group chat that's already blowing up, sending me money texts. I'm grateful I have a community of people that want to see me win. How often are you doing that? I had a call today. I've been on a roll, right? The past, 2 weeks, I've put in 9 new people into the business. Mike is actually catching up right now. Normally Mike's ahead of me. Mike's a savage when Mike's in phase 1, but he's working. And it's amazing to me just like what it really looks like when you're working with the newest person. And it reminds me of when I first got started. It reminds me of my excitement, hearing people's story and they're saying, hey, I lost my job, or, hey, I'm struggling, or, hey, I don't have a community of people that I've never, I had someone tell me this week or last week, my bad, we just started this week, but they're like, I've never had someone sit down and actually explain something to me and have no ill intention to it. Right. And I just look back and I'm like, wow, not only am I finding myself not being in an abundance of gratitude just for even being in the place that I'm at right now, being at the rank that I'm at right now, having the account size that I have right now, having the relationships I have right now, but I forgot how good I have it to have the business partners I do, to have the team and community that I do, to have the organization and company that I do. And so I just wanted to start this call off with some gratitude, but really, guys, the point of this call is I think this is going to be one of the most eye-opening, I'd say 48 hours that many of you are going to experience. And the reason being is because personal momentum precedes group momentum. But group momentum is created when a mass of people, a group of people, a community are all working towards one common goal, towards one common mission, towards one common thought. And I think, right, with the training that we have prepared for you guys tonight, with the conversation that we have prepared for you guys tonight, for what we're doing this week for you guys going into March Madness, you're going to see what true momentum looks like. You're going to see what a group working in unison looks like. You're going to see what happens when one team with one dream gets on the same page. And that's going to happen today. And so, guys, I hand selected these next 2 speakers to train because these are 2 people, in my personal opinion, and I'll let Kevin talk about John, but I'll talk about Kevin. But these are 2 people that have selflessly worked towards the end goal since day one. These are 2 people that from the beginning worked without caring about who was in their team, without caring who was in the back office, without caring if they were going to get a commission or if they were going to get this, that, or the other. These are two people who went all in for others and have completely reaped the benefits of selflessly working for other people. And I don't believe there's two other people right now in Prime that are winning at the level that they're winning at and still grinding every single day to make sure their people are taken care of. Not only have they taken care of their families, they've taken care of themselves, but they have each taken care of hundreds of people. And it blows my mind because I got to see the transformation from who they were to who they are and who they're becoming. And as a mentor, as a friend, as like, I would say a brother, like I couldn't be more honored to be able to open up this call for them. So what I'm going to do is I'm actually going to step out the way of greatness. I'm going to come back here at the end and give you guys the little surprise, right? I think it's going to be lit. But I'm going to let Kevin, man, go ahead and unmute yourself, take over. I appreciate you, bro. Let's give the team some sauce.
Peace, family. Familia. What's going on, everybody? All right, we got my camera spotlighted. Perfect. Well, yo, fam, how we feeling tonight? Where y'all tuning in from? Yo, drop some electric bolts in the chat. Drop some energy in the chat. I want to see those energy emojis, those lightning bolt emojis, if Prime is tapped in tonight. Let's go crazy. Let's go. I want to see this chat blow up. Let's go, man. Yo, I'm fired up, man. I just got back from a Bulls and Heats game, and Bulls took a loss. It's all good though. We're gonna come back. We still some of the best teams in the league. But regardless of the fact, family, the intention for this call really is for everybody to be on the same page, right? I just had a download, right? I tapped into a download recently. And something that really just fell into my spirit was a word, right? This is kind of my word right now. And it's designer, right? Designer, because we're all, at the end of the day, we're all the designers of our own life. Think about the greats like Virgil Abloh, right? Rest in peace. These type of individuals, right? They create things, they're professional, they're master designers. And one thing that I realized was that, we underestimate our creativity. We underestimate our imagination and our ability to be designers of our own life. You feel me? Because at the end of the day, who we are, the essence of our being, we can design the way that we think. We can design the way that we move, the way that we speak, right? We can design and curate our energy. So something that I've recently been tapping into was, and something that I think we can all tap into more, is our inner king, right? From my lady bosses on the call, your inner queen. You got to tap into that king, that queen energy, that God energy within us, right? In order for us to move and design our life to a whole completely different level. You understand me? Because what I realized was that, we all know that this world is like, it's a simulation, right? We're not going to really get into that. We're not going to talk about that too much on this call, but it's just like that, like a video game. We're able to level up. We're able to climb up these levels in our life, just like a video game. Because family, the higher we move up in the levels of our consciousness is the higher level conversations that we can have, right? It's a higher type of level of lifestyle that we can create for ourselves, a higher level of views that we can create ourselves. And once you become obsessed with that idea that we are designers, fam, there's no limit to what we can do. Like, I don't know if y'all feeling me right now, but there's really no limit to what you can do once you become obsessed with the idea that we are designers, and there's no limit to how much we can level up our consciousness and our life in general. I've had the privilege to be around individuals like the Matt Rosas, the Emery Holmes, right? Darwin Lopez, the John Guamans. And, I've been able to study these individuals and work closely with these individuals. And one thing that I noticed was that they're artists and they're on their own life. They're artists and they're painting the life that they want. And that's the problem with society right now, is that society's full with a lot of photocopies. Ask yourself right now, are you an artist of your own life, or are you just another photocopy in society? Because that's the reality. That's literally the reality of where we're at right now in life, is that society wants us to be photocopies and not want us to tap into our God potential inside of us. Sheesh, family. I don't know if that's sizzling in your spirit right now, but it's sizzling in my spirit. You feel me? So like, that's something that's the kind of energy I want to set the tone of this call, right? The next thing I want to talk about is family. As Prime keeps progressing, as Prime keeps elevating and growing, we have to really move differently. We have to really move professionally and on the same page, just like Tim was talking about. What is momentum? Momentum is energy. What is energy? What is momentum? Momentum is a group of individuals moving towards the same goal in unison. I don't know if y'all hear me right now, but family, the reason why the world it is right now, and why certain institutions have been dominating the world, is because there's so many steps ahead of us. It's because they're super organized. They're all on the same page. So if we really want to make a difference in this world, if we really want to be that change that we want to see in the world, what do we have to do? We have to move in an more organized fashion. You feel me? So like, that's what we have to do moving forward. And you know, something that we're gonna talk about. I think Tim's gonna go over what the plan is, right? That we're gonna put into action moving forward. But that's really what I think that we have to do in order for us as an organization to really make an impact in people's lives. Because I don't know if you guys really know what we have here. I've been in this industry for about 4 or 5 years now, and I've never seen anything like this. I don't know if you guys know what I'm talking about. Like, drop. All right, let me see. I want to see something. Drop a 7 in the chat if this, right, if Prime, this movement has changed your life, if it's helped you in any shape, way, or form. Drop a 7 in the chat. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Because I want you guys to really understand what we have, because I don't think y'all understand, because y'all would be moving completely different if you did. Because family, like, we really have something right here that's super special, that not only is it giving us financial literacy, it's giving us financial liberty. It's giving us mental liberty. It's giving us spiritual liberty. Where else can you really find something where you're going to get access to this kind of level of information? You know, like, I think what we're doing today is super powerful. And sometimes we don't realize it, but when you realize what you truthfully have in front of you and the impact we can make, there's no reason why we cannot be an unstoppable force in this universe and a catalyst for change in this world. Because that's been my vision all along. That's been the reason why I do what I do, and why I am the way I am today, is because not only of this company, right? For those of you that don't know me, you know, this company has changed my life forever. And I haven't had to work anymore for several years because of what I learned in here and who I've become. Because truthfully, at the end of the day, what we're doing here in Prime and I am is just mastery of self. The more you master yourself, the more you're gonna master everything else in the world. So I think what we have to do tonight, fam, the way that I'm setting the tone, is we gotta move like gods. We gotta move like kings, like queens, like we really take up space in this world, and we could really make a change in this world, because we are doing that every single day, right? And we have to move towards the same goal and be aligned with the same vision, so we can make beautiful things happen in this world. So that's my time, fam. I want to pass it on to the next individual, right? The next individual, you know, he's tapped in right now as well. I've been seeing him grind 24/7. I've been seeing him make so many sacrifices lately that a lot of people wouldn't understand. A lot of people probably wouldn't make the types of sacrifices this person has made, especially the last few months of his life, right? It's just an individual. Any room that he walks in, he completely shifts the energy in that room. This is someone who is a catalyst for momentum, right? He creates momentum anywhere he decides to put his focus and energy towards, right? He's someone that has an unshakable level of confidence, and somebody who, anytime I speak to him, I get charged up. These are the individuals that we have in our circle, right? Family, I don't want y'all to underestimate the proximity that we have, because this is someone who, you know, he's been my day one. He's literally one of the only people, right, my day one friends that's been in this business with me, riding with me, right? So without further ado, he's gonna just, you know, bring the sauce right now. And without further ado, I want to bring up my brother, Johnny K. Let's go. Let's get it, man.
Let's go. Let's go. Let's go. Let's go, family. Guys, drop a 777 in the chat if you guys got some value from Kevin. Let's go. Are you seeing this, Kev? Are you seeing how many sevens are getting dropped in the chat?
I don't see anything, bro.
Those are for you, man. Are you seeing this? You see, 4 years ago, I remember when we got involved in this industry and people looked at us like we're crazy. Those same people, I literally got on a phone call with this dude from my college. His name's Joe, right? And Joe, don't be like Joe, okay? I want you guys to understand. Don't be like Joe. Joe saw what we were doing and said, there's no fucking way. There's no way these guys are going to be successful. There's no way. They're smoking weed. They're playing video games. They look like me. We went to the same school. There's no way, right? Joe calls me 4 years later to tell me, dude, have you seen these Bored Apes? Dude, these pictures of monkeys are selling for $300,000. I said, you know what's funny, bro? My friend's got one. You know what's funny, bro? Those people that are selling the monkeys, I'm in group chats with these people selling the monkeys. You understand? We're talking to the people that are making the news, right? Don't watch the news, make the news, right? So if you guys are in this community, if you guys are on this call, 75 people, we're here to make the news. You understand? You're here to make the news, not watch the news. I have my couch facing away from the TV. You understand? Because I don't care to look at the TV. I want to look at the view. I want to look at the view, not the TV. Okay? So this is the point that I'm making here is that if you guys have been here for this long, however long, a day, a week, a month, a year, maybe you've been here like me and Kev or Tim or Mike 4.5, 5 years. Some people longer than that, right? You guys got to understand, the things that we're involved in are making the news. The things that we're doing are being talked about worldwide. And people they're confused. I remember when the first time I brought up the word Forex, somebody thought I said the word forks. I think I said it like that. Forks. You ever heard of forks? He said forks or spoons or knives. I said, no. You're not understanding what I'm saying, right? It was confusing. Then after that, it was crypto, right? After Forex, it was crypto, and everyone's like, dude, it's not happening, man. It's not happening, right? I don't even know what that is. It's Pokemon money. I remember I went to the barber shop, and this lady cut my hair. Sports Clips does not qualify as a barbershop, but for this example, whatever, right? Where I used to live in Huntley, Illinois, there was no Danny. There was no barber that was actually cutting you up, right? There was no like line on the side of you. It was a soccer mom cutting you with a freaking, like some scissors that she would cut her kids' homework with. You understand? That's where I come from. So in Huntley, Illinois, I was getting a haircut by this lady, and I told her, do you guys accept Bitcoin? And she said, we don't want your Pokemon money. Mind you, this is around when Bitcoin was like, I don't know, maybe like after it hit 20K, it had fallen, right? So I think we were around like 5K, 6K after that drop. And she said, I don't want any of your Pokemon money. Okay. Now, some of you might have been like me and wow, ow, that kind of hurts. Wow, you don't want to take my Pokemon money, right? But she accepts this paper, right? This $5 bill, this $10 bills, $20 bills. What people are not understanding is that the real money is the Pokemon money. You understand? That Pokemon money heavy now. He said that Pokemon money is heavy. Yeah, she can't even lift the Pokemon money because it's that heavy. It's like 43,000 pounds. You understand? That's insane. So what I want you guys to understand is that we're trendsetters, right? We're ahead of the game. Whatever we do, people are going to look at us and say, dude, you guys are out of your mind, right? But we're here to make the news, because when people look back 3-4 years from now, they're going to be like, dude, every single time they've got it right. Every single time they had it right. Okay. So for you being part of this community, what does that mean? You represent us. I represent you, right? Somebody very, very wise said, watch what you say, because the second you open your mouth, you tell the world who you are, right? And I sat on the call for an hour with this guy named Joe, and he told me about this ape that sold for $300K. And I'm like, bro, the funny part is, those are my people. Those are my people, right? And if you're in this community, those are your people too. So with all this worldwide media attention on what it is that we're doing, there's no reason why we can't go crazy, ballistic to the moon, okay? There's no reason why we can't do that. And we've set up an organized plan, right? We've set an organized plan into place to make sure that this happens. Not for us, but for you, right? For you. Because I'll tell you what, right? I'll tell you this much. There's some people on this call that just don't need any more money. There's some people on this call that just $100 more, $1,000 more would make no difference to their income and their lifestyle. But there's a lot of people that still have yet to reach that point. And what we want for you, literally, I want this more for you than you want it for yourself sometimes. Like, it's wild. Tell me why, and this is where it gets a little deep, okay? So if I step on some toes, don't get upset. Tell me why I literally haven't had more than 4 to 5 hours of sleep in the last 4 or 5 days, grinding my face off when I know for sure I make more money than a lot of people in this business. Like, I'm not just talking about in prime, but I know I make more money than a lot of people in this whole business, including some chairmen, and I'm grinding harder than them, right? For my dreams, for my family, for my future. And how does that make any sense? Dude, I remember when Mike really first started to make money in this business. I remember when he first started, when he was hitting like 20K trades, 20K in the pool. And I was like, dude, how do you feel? He said, bro, no different from yesterday, man. It's all numbers on a screen, just my lifestyle changes, right? And I started looking at his lifestyle and I see it changing and changing and changing. I'm like, this dude is really changing his life with numbers on a screen. This is wild. This is wild, right? So if you're watching this go by and you're watching people change their life and you're not doing it for yourself, then what are you doing? You're watching the show instead of taking part in it, right? So moving forward, I want you guys to really understand, like Kevin said, right? We got to move creatively. We've got to think differently. We've got to become that brand that people, when they look at it and they see our brand, they know exactly who we are. They know exactly who you are. They know that you're honest. They know that you have integrity. They know that you know your stuff, Yeah. They know that signing up with you or following you is the right move, right? Because I run multiple businesses. I know it doesn't look like it, right? I know it doesn't look like it. It looks like I still have homework due at 11:59 p.m. Eastern time. That's what it looks like. But I'll tell you this much. I've got multiple businesses. And one of those businesses failed miserably. Like Axie Infinity. Shout out to Axie Infinity. But that business failed miserably. But here's the deal. All those people follow me for who I am. And the next project that I got on board with, guess what? They all followed me too. They all followed me too. So I want you guys to understand that this business is not to make money. Yes, you're going to make money, but that is a byproduct of what you become and who you become and what you do and the legacy you leave behind, right? So I'm going to show you, actually I'm not, but Tim will. Tim's going to show you an easy, like easy, not even I can screw it up. You understand? Not even I can screw it up. An easy way for you to take part in the massive explosion that's going to happen from now into the next 90 days, right? This business is built in 90-day sprints. Whether your intention is to trade or build a business or become an entrepreneur or be a hairstylist or be a tattoo artist or whatever you want to do, right? You're going to be able to take the system and launch yourself into the direction you need to go, right? One step in the right direction beats 21, 22, 25 years of going in the wrong direction. And a lot of you guys are older than me. I'm 23. I was moving in the wrong direction for about 19 years. I was moving in the wrong direction for 19 years. I'll tell you, one step in the right direction can change everything overnight. Not your bank account, not your pocket, but your direction, your vision, your mindset, your confidence, your skill sets can change like that. So guys, I'm going to pass it off to the person that honestly, if it wasn't for him, we wouldn't be here. If it wasn't for him, right? If it wasn't for him, some of us would still be living with mom. You understand? Some of us wouldn't have new names like Soul Degen, Johnny Cage, right? Some of us would be chilling in the basement at mom's crib talking about Tron. And Tim knows what I'm talking about. Tim knows what I'm talking about. If I didn't lace up my shoes, right? Walk out my house at 8:30 in the morning into the freezing cold to get into Tim's car and go to Austin's house for like 2 weeks straight, this wouldn't be a thing. Like, I know for sure I probably would have quit if I didn't have that proximity. So guys, the people you have in your corner are on this call. Some of these people don't even need to be doing this stuff anymore, but they're doing it for you. So if you're here, you're paying attention, you got your pen, you got your paper, you're ready to take notes, drop a 777 in the chat for my boy, Tim Sloma. Let's go. Chairman 25 in this business. It's done.
Johnny, some of us will still have that app on our phone trying to win money on that like lottery game. You remember that? I just needed like a laugh from you if you remember that. Me, you, Austin, and it. Guys, I really want you guys to think about this, man. This May, right? May 2022 will be 5 years full time because of I Am Mastery Academy. I haven't done a side hustle. I haven't worked for anyone else. I haven't gone and picked up odd jobs or none of that in 5 years this May. And it's because of this community. It's not because of me. It's not because I'm special. I tried doing this by myself. I tried doing I Am by myself for 4 months. I thought that I could do it by myself. I thought that I could learn the skill by myself. I thought I didn't need anyone else. And I failed miserably. It wasn't until I started to put a community of people around me where I started to see success. It wasn't until I started to realize that I had too many weaknesses to be successful. Not that I couldn't make it, but I definitely wouldn't make it to where I'm at today. I would not be, let's just leave it at that, if I tried to do this by myself. Guys, the people who have been here the longest, right? I'm talking about when we were, like Johnny said, I used to pick these guys up in the morning. Like I would pick them up in the morning and we would all drive to Austin's basement. And from the butt crack of dawn till way too late at night, we were watching go lives. We were on social media. We were hitting people up. We were making things happen. Now, were they happening successfully? Not really. But we knew that if we just kept knocking, if we just kept grinding, if we just kept working, it would all work out. We knew that if we grew our mind every single day, if we grew our accounts every single day, if we grew our business every single day, we would be everywhere that we said we were going to be when we first got started. We knew it was going to happen. The when didn't matter. The how didn't matter. We knew why we were going to do it. And the why was because we needed each other. The why was nothing more than that. Yeah, there's the time freedom, there's the financial freedom, there's the wanting to retire your mom, there's wanting to go see the world, go spend a week in the Maldives. There's all these things. But at a deeper level, we needed each other. We knew that us together, getting together every single day was that accountability. It was that camaraderie, it was that teamwork that was going to bring us to the next level. I remember, one thing my grandfather taught me, when I was still in corporate America, and guys remember, I went to school, right? I graduated top of my class. I have a master's degree. I was doing international business before people thought international business was cool. I was doing marketing events and playing golf when I was 16 years old, right? I was doing things. I was collecting lawyers and doctors and businesses, business cards and coming back to the office the next day at 18, 19 years old and presenting information to, our team so they can start making phone calls, so they can start closing new clients into the business so we could start making money. Right? Like I've been around this world, and the number one thing I learned was that you need a team of people around you. I don't care how good you are at analyzing charts. I don't care how good you are at finding the next, DGen play. I don't care how good you are at presenting this business. I don't care how good you are at filling the, I don't care how good you can make a reel or how many TikTok dances you know. You need a team of people around you. No one starts a traditional business or an online business and says, you know what, I could probably do all this by myself. I have a funny story. There's a group of people. They're actually my mentors. I'm not going to say their name because they're not on this call. And the story to me is funny. It's an amazing learning lesson that even people who are extremely successful still need people in their life. They owned a car company, or they owned a, how do I say this? They owned a dealership. And because they wanted to cut corners, and because they didn't want to hire employees, they didn't want to hire a sales team, they didn't want to hire accountants, they didn't want to hire managers, they didn't want to hire advisors and pass out equity stock. You know what happened? The company failed and they lost a lot of money because they didn't build a team of people around them. Do you think, when you walk into JP Morgan Chase, or you walk into Wells Fargo, or you walk into Citibank and you're on the trading floor, that there's only one guy in a room on a laptop? Or do you think there's hundreds of people analyzing the market, looking at the fundamentals, seeing what's happening around the world? There's a team of people around that. And guys, I don't think personally, in my humble opinion, that there's a better team out there than the people that are currently right here. Guys, when I began to learn that momentum was a decision, a lot of things began to start changing for me, right? When I began to learn that my team is not watching what I speak, but they're watching what I do, a lot of things started changing for other people. I got sick and tired of training on the simple things. And I said, you know what? I'm just going to go do the simple things and teach the new wave, the next wave of people how to do them too. Because I know the 15 personals that Mike and I have put in over the last 2 weeks, they're reading personal development every day. They're plugging in to go live every single day. They're asking us questions every single day. They're exposing 1 to 2 people every single day. And I know they're going to be here 1 year, 2 years, 3 years from now because they're doing the simple things that work every single day. So guys, I had a leadership call on Sunday, and this is when we go into what the play looks like. And, you know, I asked a lot of our leaders, how many of you have allowed yourself to sit on the bench? And I want to ask you guys that same question, right? For anyone who's ever played sports in here, you know that there's a starting lineup and there's the bench. And a lot of times people get benched because they're unwilling to do what's best for the team, or they're unwilling to listen to what the coach has to say. If you were a basketball player and the coach brought you into huddle and they gave you the play, would you go against it? If you are on a soccer team and you had a free kick and the coach gave you the play that works specifically with the team that you're playing, would you go against it? If you were watching film and you were a wrestler and you know that this person was weak in their left side, would you go against it? So many of us have stopped listening to the play and benched ourselves because of our own ego, because of our own thought processes that we think that we're better than someone else, that we think that our way is going to work, that we think that our wheel is better than the wheels that are currently working. And you have to ask yourself, over the last 2 months, 66% done with quarter one. Have you benched yourself because you're unwilling to listen to the play? And has your unwillingness actually hurt the people that are looking up to you to get results? So guys, this is what we're going to do. I believe in the power of one, right? I remember my soccer coach in college, he was asked this question. I'm not going to say his name because it's recording and that's going on the internet. I don't know who he wants it on there. Let's just say Coach Patrick. He was asked, do you ever regret not coaching at a larger university? Right? You've won national titles. You've been coach of the year. You're in the Hall of Fame, all these different things. And he said, I don't need to be on a stage in front of 1,000 people or be at a school with 100,000 people to make a massive impact. He said, I understand the compound effect. If I help one person, if I impact one person, I understand the trickle effect of one. That one will lead to 2, those 2 will lead to 4, that 4 will lead to 8, that 8 will lead to 16, and he went on, he explained the power of one. And that has stuck with me so much in this business because we think we're going to be influential when we hit the rank. But we don't understand is we become influential when we influence someone, when we influence the one, when we serve the one. Guys, we are 11 days or 12 days, whatever it is, depending when you're flying in from West Palm Beach. We are 6 days away from the Double Rush promo being over. Have you forgot about that one? And honestly, sometimes the one is the person that you have to look at in the mirror. And so I want to ask you guys this question. Is there someone right now off the top of your head, and we're going to do this, right? We're going to do this because I thought of the one person right now as before. I have the answer before I gave you all the question. Is there one person that you know that needs this information? Is there one person that you know that would benefit from buying a Thug Paka? Is there one person that you know that would benefit going to the team weekly meetups? Is there one person that you know that you truly want to serve? Drop their name in the chat. They're not going to see this recording. They're not going to see the chat. I'll drop the one in the chat. Boom. Drop their name in the chat. My bad. I didn't mean to say one. Drop their name in the chat. Now, imagine this. Some of you are dropping multiple, and that's good. I have a whole, y'all should see my pipeline. Let me tell you, I guarantee there's not a person in this company, right, or in this group on this call that will have more personal enrollments than me coming out of convention. I promise you that. Like, I'm willing to take bets on that, without a doubt. What if, and just what if that person on Instagram, that person on Facebook, that person from your high school, that coworker never reached out to you? What if you never got that DM? What if you never got that phone call? What if you never got invited to that event? And I want you to place that what if thought in the life of someone else. Place that what if thought in the life of someone else. Now imagine, right? Imagine, because I want you guys to see what happened to me. Like, I really want you to picture this. And like, Mike is about to get, and Mike and Nancy actually, because it's both of them, are about to get the biggest compliment that I think I can give them, to be honest, right? I think I can give, I mean, I've got a lot of compliments, but this is the best one. When I was hit up on Facebook about I Am, the person who was on my call to present the information and to close me out was Jason Brown, Alex Morin, and Matt Rosa. It was me, the person who hit me up on Facebook, and those three. Imagine knowing you know who they are now. Jason Brown, Matt Rosa, and Alex Morin were on your call. Would you get started? Obviously. Now imagine this. Imagine this. Imagine that person that you were thinking about gets to meet someone who is the 5th most viewed educator in the company, one of the top 10 publishers ever to be on TradingView, has been on TV in multiple countries, has been on radio in multiple countries, has the most hours educated on the whole platform, and is one of the most well-respected chairman educators in the game. And what if the other person on that call has also been on TV in multiple countries, has also been on radio in multiple countries, has also been put on the platform as an educator, who is also one of the most respected leaders in this company, who has also traveled around the world and been in proximity, who has also made millions in this business, who has also bought their family a home, and they got to present that information to that one person. How grateful do you think they would feel? 3 months, 6 months, 9 months, 12 months, 5 years, 20 years from now, because you made that phone call, because you sent that DM, because you said, hey, listen, Kevin, I've been thinking about you, and I've been working on an extremely exciting project that I think is going to be insanely profitable, and I want to get your honest opinion about it. Are you free Wednesday night at 9 p.m. Central Time? What if you just called your friend and you said, hey, you've been watching me do this for 6 months now, and I'm tired of you being a little, grasshopper. And I'm ready for you to take that leap of faith. I'm ready for you to start getting froggy, and I'm ready for you to jump and get on this call Wednesday at 9 o'clock. And what if they got exposed by Mike and Nancy on Wednesday night? Guys, you know how powerful it is when 73, 74, 75, 100, 1,000, whatever it may be, work in unison? You guys know the exposure of 2 trading. I don't have to give it to you. If 6 people expose 2 people a day for 90 days at a 20% closing rate, that's 217 new people in the business. What if for just 1 week, 75 people invite to 1 call? What could we do? Momentum is not coming after convention. Momentum is coming in your decision to have it. Your team is not growing because you showed up. Your team is growing because you went out there and made an impact. And you cared more about the one than you cared about the rank. So guys, this Wednesday, I'm excited. I'm super excited because I know I'm like, Mike knows me. Like every time I have someone, I'm always group chat. Like I still, and Mike can type in the chat, I still do this, right? And he can unmute himself if he wants, right? I still leverage Mike for op calls. You guys seen me present. You guys seen me train. You guys see me speak and do these things. But I understand the power of leverage. I understand the power of a 3-way. I understand the power of a Zoom. I understand the power of edification. I understand the power of a network, the power of connecting. I understand the power of putting someone on a pedestal. Yeah, chat a day at least. At least recently. I understand the power of that. And if you just flip that switch and you make that decision that the time is now, I promise you, your life is going to look very different in quarter two. Guys, there's 30 days left of the quarter, 31 days, whatever it is. Commit to it now. Commit to it now. Make the decision that the time is now for you. So guys, we will have a flyer tomorrow night. We have a special training by multiple six-figure trader, options trader, Louis Armstrong. Wednesday, we have our opportunity called the Introduction to Multiple Streams of Income with I Am Mastery Academy and Prime. And Friday, we have Kevin with some special NFT sauce that he hasn't shared with anyone yet that he's excited for. So guys, we have a very special week. Guys, drop some sevens in the chat if you are committing to impacting one. Drop some sevens in the chat if you are committing to impacting one this week. I'm not going to read the names of the people dropping the sevens. I'm not going to read the names of the people dropping the ones. I want you to read it. I want you to see your name. And I want you to make a decision, right? And it starts right after this call. Guys, it's only 9 o'clock. It's only 10 o'clock. How many people are you going to have on that call? At a minimum, it will be at 150. But my Zoom can hold 1,000. So will you have one? Will you have 10? Will you have more? The decision's up to you. So guys, we are 11 days away from West Palm Beach. Get your tickets, get your flights, get your hotel. We are 6 days left. Like, you don't understand. Tomorrow and Wednesday, I'm about to be so annoying. Like, any person I've ever spoke to, like ever in this business, is getting a, hey, there's only 5 more days for our promotion. You know, like, what's good? You know, like, get in the DMs, get on the phone, pick up the phone and start dialing. Their person's out there for you. So guys, I appreciate you. I love you. I will post this recording so you can share with people. Call through your organizations, call your team, create accountability, call your leaders, right? Let them know the power of impacting one person. So guys, I will see you on Tuesday's call, and I'm super excited for what we're going to do this week. I'll see you guys soon.